The factory ladder. How a poor nation builds an industrial base. In 1960, South Korea was poorer than Ghana. Its main exports were fish, wigs, and plywood. 60 years later, it builds semiconductors, ships, and cars for the world. Nothing about that transformation was luck. It was a ladder climbed, rung by rung, with policies any determined nation can study. This is the story of how a third world country industrializes, what works, what fails, and what it costs. Part 1. The foundations. No factory survives without them. First, power. Reliable, affordable electricity is the single greatest divider between nations that make things and nations that only buy them. Second, transport. The roads, railways, and ports that move raw materials in and finished goods out. Third, people. Basic education, technical schools, and healthy workers. And fourth, stability. Sound money, enforceable contracts, and security. Investors can forgive poverty. They cannot forgive chaos. Part 2. Start where you already stand. The fatal mistake is to leap for steel mills and car plants on day one. The proven path starts humbler. Process what you already produce. If you grow cotton, spin it, weave it, sew it. If you grow cocoa, grind it, refine it, package it. If you mine ore, smelt it before you ship it. Agro-processing and light manufacturing add value to familiar materials, use abundant low-cost labor, and teach the disciplines of quality, logistics, and export markets. Bangladesh built a $40 billion garment industry on this logic. Vietnam began with textiles and footwear, and now assembles electronics for the world. Part 3. The Special Economic Zone. A poor country cannot fix everything everywhere at once, so it fixes everything somewhere. A special economic zone concentrates what the whole nation lacks into a few square kilometers. Constant power, a working port road, one-stop licensing, customs in hours instead of months. China's Shenzhen was a fishing town in 1980. Within a generation, it became a city of 12 million and the workshop of the world. But beware, zones fail more often than they succeed. They work only when tied to a national strategy, built where business demand actually exists, not as monuments in the wilderness, and used as laboratories for reforms that later spread nationwide. Part 4. Export or die. Why exports? Because the home market of a poor country is too small and too forgiving. Exporting forces factories to meet world standards of quality, price, and delivery, and world markets are effectively infinite. South Korea made export performance the price of state support. Firms that sold abroad received cheap credit, tax breaks, and foreign exchange. Firms that failed lost everything. 2. Discipline, not protection, built the champions. Import substitution behind high tariff walls. The opposite strategy bred pampered monopolies from Latin America to Africa that collapsed the moment the walls came down. Part 5. Capture the technology. Foreign direct investment is not just money, it is a classroom. The multinational brings machines, management, and market access. The wise host nation makes sure knowledge stays behind. Local content rules that grow domestic suppliers. Joint ventures that train local engineers. Industrial parks beside technical universities. Workers who master the assembly line today and manage it tomorrow. China made technology transfer the price of market entry. Korea reverse engineered, licensed, and improved. The goal is always the same. Begin by assembling other people's products. End by designing your own. Part 6. The state as coach, not owner. Every industrial miracle had an active state, but a disciplined one. Korea's 5-year plans picked priority sectors and flooded them with cheap credit and infrastructure, then measured results ruthlessly. A specialized agency ran the industrial parks. Development banks financed machines, not mansions. The formula: support in exchange for performance, protection with an expiry date, and subsidies that die when firms stop delivering. where the state became owner and operator of everything. Factories became employment schemes and died the moment subsidies stopped. The traps. Learn them or repeat them. The resource curse. Oil and mineral money that inflates the currency and strangles every other export. The white elephant. Prestige projects, steel mills, national airlines, gleaming zones with no tenants built for pride, not demand. Corruption that turns every license into a toll gate. Goes. Skipping education, then wondering why factories cannot find technicians. And political impatience. Industrial policy takes 20 years. Elections come every 4. The countries that made it, Korea, Taiwan, Singapore, China, Vietnam, kept the strategy alive across decades and across governments. The bottom line. There is no secret. The latter is visible to anyone. Power and roads first. Process what you grow and mine. Fix everything somewhere, then everywhere. Export relentlessly. Capture the technology. Coach firms hard and cut off failures. Educate faster than you build. And hold the course for a generation. Poor is not destiny. It is a starting position. South Korea proved it. China proved it. Vietnam is proving it now. The factory ladder stands waiting. The only question is whether a nation has the discipline to climb.